Hi, this is Nick J. Batt from Success Luminary. In this video I want to talk about a client of mine asked me the other day as to was it possible online for the average Joe to make money in a sort of business opportunity, network marketing, internet marketing, where the company will give you a replica website and products and services to promote, and they'll pay you a commission, because historically or traditionally not very many people actually make money in this game. Well, the answer was, of course, yes. Now that's no great surprise, and we're not talking about the sort of the big gurus. He was asking about sort of the average Joe and Mary, but the point is that I wanted to put it into a context or paint a picture, that a reference that you could kind of relate to, as to the mechanics of why. Now, if you can imagine, the premise behind these kind of replica websites, where they'll have products and services, potions or lotions to sell, and they'll give you a website, a link that you can promote, and you can send people to this website, and then when somebody orders something it gets coded to you and you make a commission. So basically everything's been created for you, all the customer care's been created, the website's been created, the product's been created, all the graphics have been created, everything is there just for you to walk in and start making money, right? That's the premise behind internet marketing companies, and all that good stuff, right? So the question is, that sounds a bit too good to be true, to be able to walk into one of those and start making money. Well, think of it like this then. Let's think of a real world scenario. If you had, now as long as whatever this scenario was, it was something that people wanted. So let's use a hairdressing salon or a barber shop. If somebody came up to you and said, right, here's the keys, you paid the money, you paid however much it is, $300, here are the keys. Down the road there's a building which has got a hairdressing salon, and you've got all your equipment, all your staff, the heating, the electricity is all paid for, everything's all ready to go. You just go down there and manage the place, and then you take whatever money you make. Now in that imaginary situation, if you were the only hairdressing salon on that road, don't you think you could just walk into that business without doing any work previously and start making money? Which is the premise, remember, of an online business, how that's promoted. Well, yeah, of course you would do. Of course you would start making money. Well, yeah, okay, so that doesn't really happen in the real world, but in that scenario now, you understand that online, it's possible. It is possible. But you can then turn around and say, yeah, but online it's harder, because in your offline scenario where you walk in and start making money, you'd be the only building, the only barber shop, hairdresser on that road. So you'd get the custom, you'd have to do a little bit of marketing, but in terms of online, somebody does a Google search for a barber shop or a hairdresser's in an area, a whole list of competitors come up. So it's harder to stick out, especially if everybody's got the same replica site that looks all the same. So it's harder online, right? Well, let's go back to our real world business that you've just walked into because somebody's given you the keys and you're making money, right? So let's imagine now that scenario, all the buildings in that, around that shop and in the whole town are all hairdressing salons, right? So then that's similar to the scenario online where you get seen in a big sea of your competitors, right? So we've got our barber shop in real life, that scenario we talked about, where somebody just gives you the keys, but now every business is now a barber shop. Now, your sales are going to go down. You're not going to get as much custom. The same as online, when somebody does a Google search and all your competitors come up with you, you're not going to get as much custom. So in both situations, what would you do? They're both exactly the same. You would have to, offline, you'd have to find a way of sticking out, of marketing, doing something different, not reinventing the wheel, but trying to figure out how to get the customers from all the other barber shops that are around you, all the other hairdressing salons that are around you, how to get those customers into your shop. The same is online as well. If you're on a big list of barber shops and hairdressing salons in your local area, you've got to stick out. You've got to stick out in that little search result, and you've got to stick out on your page when they click on it. So it's no good having the same page as everybody else. And if you're offline and every business around you, all real world business that you've just been given the keys to, were all the same shops, there'd be no way that you could do the same marketing as everybody else, because you wouldn't be seen. So you can see that in the real world, yeah, in that scenario, and you can see it in terms of online. So basically, it comes down to, if you're not making money, is that either you're selling something people don't want, or you're not sticking out, you're not standing out. Obviously there's other factors as well. There's quite a few other factors, but you know, those are the main starting points as to why. So I hope that gives you that kind of gives you a sort of a picture of, in a real world setting, slightly skewed and realistically, that you can make money as long as it's kind of something that people actually want, and that you're doing something in your marketing to stick out. Alright, this has been Nick J. Bout. Speaking of things all marketing and things sticking out, there's a link underneath this video, or to the side of this video. Click on it and check out what's on the other side. I shall see you on another video. All the best.